How's it going, Northern Schmoes of the North fans? It doesn't matter if you're North or not. In fact, I'm pretty sure Brian, I just called you Brian. I combined Ryan and Ben together, fusion dance. I believe you're actually technically Southern, right? Are you Southern California?
Yeah, I'm in Southern California.
But you're a Schmo, so that's half. You're halfway there. If you guys don't know who we are, of course, I'm Taco, Schmoes of the North alum, and then pretty much a Schmoes of the North guy at this point. We got Brian. Brian, I did it. Oh, my God. Oh, it's a bad day.
Hey, Ben.
Thank you. You know, I didn't even need to do the intro to butcher it. Like, you could have just done it. Just taken over. All right. I'm throwing the book out. It's just going to be one of those shows already. Look, I already messed up your name twice. You're the only person here. It's like 50% of us is already mad at the other one. Oh, it's bad. Okay.
This is going to be interesting.
Oh, you know what's even more interesting? I just put my phone away after I said that we should read off of it later when we go through the roster. So whatever, I'll go grab it when we get to it. Okay. Welcome, everybody. Ben, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Good. I did 8 hours of overtime today, but none of the bosses were there, so I kind of just did nothing. Like I just kind of I hole watched for somebody else, so somebody else worked inside a hole as I watched an air monitor and listened to podcasts, and it wasn't that bad. It was a good way to make 8 hours overtime.
Nice. Sounds good.
And then I watched the Bateman Perri match, and then it was in dad mode, and now baby's asleep, wife's asleep, and here we are. Yeah, let's do it. Should we start with our Monday match, which I believe was Irwin and Paul?
Yep. Yep.
Okay. I got notes if you want to run through it. So sure. Normally I like to say, who did you have going in?
I had Ethan. I think Ethan's on a bit of a run right now.
Definitely. How about you? But he hasn't played an IG before. He's in a team's singles run, but just because you're killing it on teams and singles doesn't mean that you can jump in and. I mean, we see IG guys struggle with IG this year.
I forgot there was an IG match, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely was an IG match. First round of the IG tournament. I love that we're doing the tournaments concurrently. I think that's genius of us going throughout all the tournaments at once instead of just we're stuck doing singles for a month or we're stuck doing teams for a month. I like that we're breaking up, so we're getting them, but we're also moving through the tournaments at the same time. I think that's cool. It's going to make it feel less stale.
Exactly. And it's going to, like you said, give us variety, and I think it's going to help speed it up on that note.
Yeah. It's going to be hard to juggle it if they want. I'm curious if they're going to try to make it that the finals are going to end around all the same time too. And that'd be super awesome if we not even in just in 1 week, the first the Monday match is a tournament final, and then the Thursday match is a tournament final, and then another tournament final, and then the pay-per-view is a tournament final it'd be just a crazy week. Before.
It would be awesome. I don't think we've ever seen that yet before. No.
But to answer your question, I had Oyama going in, and mostly it was because I wasn't banking on what Ethan needed and what he got, but what he needed to do really good. Because I was thinking, I know he knows his Star Trek, and I know he knows his comic book movies, because who doesn't? And I know he knows his Star Wars, but if he gets one of those really weird deep cuts, his Harry Potters, his Lord of the Rings, if you're not ready for them, or the not MCU, just the Marvel, the really weird, who played, who did this in Tim Story's Silver Surfer, Rise of the Silver Surfer, what? Movies that not a lot of people revisit. But I thought if he doesn't get one, or if he gets any of those and not one of his like 1 or 2 strengths, Paul definitely has this. But that's not what happened. He got Star Trek.
What I like about Ethan, he has a knowledge. His character seems really happy and easygoing. So whenever he plays, no matter who it is against, it always feels like he's having fun and he always seems relaxed with no pressure on him.
I like that you're right, and I like that he's got a drink with him, and that he's, you know, like this is his day off. You know, it is a game. Like, he takes it serious, but it's still fun. And that's such a cool thing.
And I like seeing him, like, clap along for Oyama whenever he does something well. There's something about it that when you see these more intense players, like a Bateman or like a Wonka, there's something about seeing this somebody who's just having fun. You take it seriously, but
and it's not an angle. He's not like if Ben would be going, oh, good job, oh, like you could tell he's trying to mess with the guy. Irwin's not, and I think that's what makes him also unflappable, because he's not messing with you, but I don't think you could really mess with Irwin. I don't know if you could get into his head. I mean, maybe if you're really being a dick, but I think if you played Bateman, he'd be fine. You'd just, whatever. But
yeah, and I think they played before. They played recently, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of losing track. There's been so many matches this year. You could tell me anything. Like, if you be like, oh, you don't remember when Ben played this guy, or I would be like, yeah, probably happens. Like, especially with the teams, who was the last Lightning Time played? Was it Danger Zone, right? This last one? And I was like, they didn't play in the tournament? Because they're all mixed up to me. Like, Danger Zone, Rushmore, and Final Exam and Lightning Time are all kind of like the same team for me, right? Like, I
get that. Yeah. Also, it's hard to keep which team is on which faction.
Yeah, or who played who.
Right.
Yeah, because I know which teams, you know, I know, oh, Lightning Time, they beat these guys, but when it's like, or I mean, their record's this and they're good, but if you're like, hey, do you remember that time they played Shazam? I'd be like, it probably happened. Like, it's all kind of jumbled right now. But, okay, back on this. So round 1, first blood was Paul, missed question 3. And actually, I want to know if you got this one, because I actually did. And I feel like it was a really hard round 1, but I'm just a big horror guy, and I like my Predator movies, and Predator 2 is like a really, really weird, bizarre movie. Like, it's a goofy indie, like, it doesn't make a lot of sense. So did you get who said that line? I can't remember the line in Predator 2.
It was from Predator 2, no. I remember liking that movie, but
it's a bizarre movie.
It might be my least favorite Predator movie.
It's probably the least like good. Like, if you want to like break down like script and just concept, it's probably like lower, but it's definitely funner, because there's a lot of really boring Predator movies, and there's a lot of like forgetful. I don't think Predator 2 is forgetful. It's just bizarre and weird. Like, because it's like takes place in a futuristic 1997, which is just funny to think as of now, when it was only like a couple years before then. There's people firing like triple barrel handguns. Like, it's like this weird, what's going on? And then Danny Glover is like playing a badass action star, but he's already in his 50s, and you're like, he's the guy that the Predators respect for his prowess? Like, what? Like, because did they see the Lethal Weapon movies and they just like his catalog? Like, what do the Predators?
I think they wanted him. I don't even remember if he said this. But I think the guys were hoping he was going to say, I'm too old for this shit at some point in this one.
They just had to bring him in to say it.
Yeah.
It ends with him going onto the Predator ship, and that's where they see an alien skull, and that's where the alien Predator thing. But no, it's so bizarre. This old Predator with like gray dreads gives him like an old school pistol, like as like a trophy. Like, hey, you're a good hunter. Here's a pistol. At least it's like such a bizarre Predator movie. I love it. It's goofy. But yeah, Gary Busey, I totally got that, and I was proud of myself, and I realized how ridiculous it is that anyone knows that. But that's the only one Paul missed. And Erwin missed question 4. It was the actress in I have it. Her name's Frida Pinto. I can't remember what she was the actress.
She was in Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, Rise of the Planet of the Apes. It's James Franco's veterinarian love interest.
Yeah.
Yep.
She was also in that one movie, Slumdog Millionaire.
Oh, yeah. All right.
All
right. I'm following you. Question 5. Okay. Would you consider yourself a big Harry Potter fan, Ben?
Yes.
Okay. You have to admit what did they give Dobby for his freedom questions lowball, right?
Well, never. Yeah, I wouldn't say that's a one-pointer. Yeah.
I feel like that's like if you remember Dobby, that's his like biggest moment. Like it's a rather cool character and a rememberable character. His death and him getting a sock. Thank you, a sock. Like that's like when they asked that, I was like, really? And then Erwin got it wrong. He said a scarf. I was like, what the? I don't know. I just felt like it was a super easy question.
Maybe if you're not a Harry Potter fan, maybe goes over your head.
Maybe. And I've seen them all because my wife's a Harry Potter fan. So like, my wife's seen all the Star Wars movies, but she wouldn't call herself a Star Wars fan. But she's seen them all because I'm a fanatic. I'm beyond a fan. I'm a stan, right? Like I'm a super fan. But she's a super fan for Harry Potter. I wouldn't call myself like a big Harry. Like if she's not home, I'm not going to be like, it's kind of like the Chamber of Secrets day. I'm not gonna do that. But if we're staying at a hotel and whatever channel always has Harry Potter weekend on, she'll put it on. I'm not going to complain. Like I like them. They're fine. So maybe I am more than a normal person then for Harry Potter, but I wouldn't call myself like a diehard or anything.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's weird that you didn't get that. It is weird.
I don't know. I mean, he also got his round 2. I wouldn't even be close to getting, so I can't really talk crap about him. But then he missed question 6. Was the I felt like it was a red herring question, so it was like what superhero film is somebody's going for like superhero registration? I feel like they were trying to make you say Civil War or X3 X-Men United, which was mutant registration, but it was Incredibles 2.
Really?
So,
wow.
Yeah. So he missed that. I don't know what he said, but he missed that. But I do feel like that question was supposed to make you say Civil War.
Yep. Interesting. Correct me if I'm wrong. I watched this matches back to back today. This was a match with Holof and PJ on the desk, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. PJ was on the desk. It was Harloff and PJ. Yeah, because I remember when the Gary Busey question came up, the Predator 2 one, Harloff said, wow, it was really hard not to do Gary Busey's voice for that. And PJ goes, yeah, I had that thought when I was writing it, which I thought was it's like, yeah. Hey, Leo, what's up, yo? Okay, both missed the. Oh, I don't have that. I got that he got Incredibles 2. I believe you might be wrong on that. Because Paul ended with 8. So that means he only missed 1, right? My notes have been wrong before, but if Paul ends with 8, doesn't that mean that he just missed 1?
I'm looking. I have no here.
Because he missed 1, and yeah. And then Erwin missed 3, and so it was 6 to 8.
He didn't kick them. They both have 10 questions.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry, Leo. Yeah. That's what I get for trying to do freaking notes and being in dad mode at the same time. My daughter must have distracted me. Okay, so Paul missed that one too. All right. The Incredibles 2 question. Well, then my notes are just completely flubbed then. And who needs them? All right. Well, as long as Leo stays on to correct me, he will be good.
Never doubt Leo. That's what I've learned from doing all this. Never doubt Leo.
All right. So round 2. Erwin, I think Erwin got exactly what he wanted with that Star Trek, and I feel like this was I mean, it's cool that he wanted everything, and also Paul played not good, but I feel like Erwin needs to get his strength in round 2 to play whatever higher caliber player he's getting, because I just don't think he's going to be. Of course, we don't know. We haven't seen him get something else yet, but I feel like round 2 is definitely the make or break round for Erwin.
Yeah, I mean,
we haven't
seen. Well, don't forget the first Intergeekdom match. So you're right. We need to see him.
Look, Ryan's trying to play it off that he didn't want to show up. No, we kicked you out, all right? No, we told you we didn't want you. Don't be playing it off like it was your Wi-Fi. No, we don't want you here. I'm kidding, Ryan. I wish you were here. but yeah, you were saying something. Sorry, I Ryan interrupted you. What were you saying?
Yeah, I mean, we just need to see more game tech with in the victim.
Yeah, and yeah, you're right. I'm just assuming because he's a singles player coming in and he's never shown real interest in Intergeekdom before, I'm assuming that he needs a strength and that he's not studied up. But that might be me. I mean, I might be completely wrong. I mean, this is Ethan Erwin. He could just do a little bit of studying and be right up to snuff, like, you know.
I think we need to see more than just one match to see what he's like.
But, all right, let's get to some. It was a rough freaking round 2 for Paul. So Paul got X-Men. He got his first one 2 points. Second one, he had to go to multiple choice, got it. Third one, missed it. Ethan didn't get the steal. Fourth one, he went down to multiple choice. And then the last one, missed it. And then Ethan got the 1 point steal. That's a tough round 2, man. That's a brutal 4-point round 2 with them getting 1 point steal.
I'm a huge X-Men movie fan.
Yeah.
I knew none of that.
Okay. How old was Stryker's son in freaking Days of Future Past? What? Who knows that one?
Wow.
Or was it Days of Future Past or Apocalypse? It was like one of the prequel ones. How old was Stryker's son? Like, like to throw out flying about some kid's age, and then multiple choice, of course, doesn't help because it's like, all right, I'll go to multiple choice. Okay, A 6, B 7, C 8, D 9. It's like, well, then who cares? Yeah, he will be. Yeah, and I do think he'll grow, and also, the more Ethan, the better. He's just a really good guy to have. Like, I like his style. I like how much he. I think more Ethan, the better. And we've been getting a lot of them this year, and I'm totally okay with it.
I think we're going to get him. More.
Yep. So it was 16-12 going in round 3, and who would have saw this coming? It goes. Paul gets a Wizarding World. Maybe if this, I actually got this one wrong, but I do feel like if you're a Wizarding World fan, you would have got it. But it was who was the first name that came out of the Goblet of Fire, and it was Victor Crumb.
Yeah, I'm a Harry Potter fan, and I forgot that.
You were reading the quote in his voice with each number. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Victor, you said you would have got Victor Crumb.
No, I would have been wrong.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. That's a tough 2-pointer. He got it right, but then he missed his 3-point, which was like what DC. These actors played these characters, and it was Jonah Hex, which no one remembers that movie. I don't. I remember it happened. And I remember it was like Josh Brolin right when he was about to explode, and then he went, "Hey, I'm blowing up. All right, now like Jonah Hex." And then here I go.
He did a little bit of that MCU though, man. He did in the MCU.
It wasn't just MCU; it was Marvel in general because it's run as Cable too. He was Cable and Thanos in the same year.
Right.
Yeah. And Cable's always been like. I love Cable, comic wise. And Cable with Deadpool's always been like comic book wise, my favorite doesn't make sense team up because Cable's always super serious all the time. I'm on a mission, and Deadpool's like, "Ha, what's that?" You're just like a goofball. So them playing off each other, I was so happy when I found out Cable was going to be in it. And then Brolin's a perfect person for it.
Cable is so great in Deadpool too.
Mm-hmm.
So what was?
Wait! We got a prediction from Mr. Brian, who thinks Ethan beating Parker in round 2. I think it completely comes down to Ethan's round 2 because Parker's gonna go almost 100, if not 100, right? Like Parker's batting really good this year. You have to go 100 to beat him, and Ethan still missed like a few questions in round 1 and also went to multiple choice once in round 2. Paul played a really bad game, and that's enough to TKO Paul. That's not enough to beat Parker. It isn't.
Yeah,
and we didn't see him go anything in round 3. IG 3 and 5-pointers are no joke.
I think that match is Parker's to lose.
I think Parker's definitely my favorite. But again, if Ethan gets a really good round 2, but how even Irwin misses 3 and his 5. I mean, not Irwin. I mean, Oyama misses 3 and his 5. Irwin could have too. Like those are IG round 3 is tough. And Parker's going to be ready for him. I don't know. I think that's a very bold statement. To quote John Travolta in Pulp Fiction, that's a bold statement. Thinking that Ethan's going to be Parker. I would put money on Parker. So if you want to bet, you're a betting man. I would put money against you. I won't give you odds. I'd go straight up. Yes, thank you. There, we're agreeing again, Leo. Yeah, I definitely have Parker over Irwin. But hey, I'm glad, cool. That's what makes this community great, is not everybody's supposed to agree. So
I think I have Parker too. I just wanted to say that real quick.
Yeah. All right, so Yama misses 5-pointer 2. It was an animated. It was the voice of a character, and what's it called? Strange Magic?
Yeah.
I don't even know what this movie is. It came up twice, and I have no clue what this movie even is.
I have a feeling. Paul thought it was a Kip Richard movie, but there's a movie George Lucas directed.
Oh! Yeah. that
It's
weird
the
movie.
only other movie he directed since Revenge of the Sith.
Weird. Yeah, all right. And then, it was Evan Rachel Wood did it, and then he said it was Helen Bonham Carter.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think that's a hard question. I don't even know I wouldn't even have got close.
Absolutely, because, nobody's seen that movie. Nobody's seen Strange Magic.
Yeah. And again, that's why I think it's bold, because I don't think Irwin would have got that. Like, that's a pretty hardcore one. Unless he produced it or something stupid like that, because it's Irwin and you never know. All right. You got anything you want to say about that match or just IG in general before we move over to Griffin Newman and VideoDrew?
I was gonna say, there was a pretty straightforward match. So there's really not that much no controversy or anything.
No,
So,
I don't have a challenge written for that one. I got one for all the
there
others.
was none. None for this one.
The real war is against Winston and PJ. Yeah, all right. That might be true.
Maybe.
PJ's doing his job this year, man. I like his questions. They're supposed to be hard. They're good. I like that I can't compete anymore. I remember back in the day, I'd be like, I could kill all these guys. I'd beat everything. Now I'm like, I run a Star Wars podcast. I can't even play Star Wars. Like,
how would you do in the Star Wars thing? Would you do well at all?
in a Star Wars match, I would do horrible.
Okay.
Like Barbarian tried to quiz me when he was on our podcast, and he asked me one question, and it was like I said the dumbest stuff. I even said I don't want to answer it. I don't know any of this stuff. Because I don't study actors. I don't study any of that stuff. I don't know who's the voice of this guy or what. I just love the world. I can tell you, what planet every single alien species comes from and what they're known for, and I can go 5,000 years back into legends, but I don't know who played Vader in Rogue One. I don't care. Like, that doesn't excite me. It's just I'm not that kind of a fan. So I would do horrible. I would lose round one. I would get knocked out. It would be like a 12-2 round two knockout. Yeah.
Yeah, I would do horrible too. But
I think if anything, I would be able to compete in IG if I studied, because I think I'm two categories of I could button up my Wizarding World a little bit, but I know very little about Star Trek or Lord of the Rings, but that's kind of it. I'm pretty good on everything else. So if I just got those categories and buttoned up my Wizarding World and gave a shit about the Fantastic Beasts movies, because I don't like those, I've only watched them both once, I think I could compete in IG, but I don't want to.
I think I can too. I think I can do a MCU Iron Man match or something.
Oh yeah, I would do good at that. I'm getting asked about how I feel. I feel good. If you took questions about people, if you took out the questions about people, yeah, you do really good on IG. Yeah, all right. If you took out the questions I'm not good at, I do pretty good. That's how we both sound right now. Okay. I honestly think that Oyama lost this match, not Irwin won it. I think Paul played one of the worst matches I've ever seen him play, and it sucks because I love Paul. He's one of my favorite players. I've loved him since he came in. Or maybe not since he came in, but after his turn, his second time he went on to the rundown, because the first time he was a complete jerk and it made me hate him, and it wasn't the fun heel way. I was like, this guy needs to figure out how to be a heel. He's just being a butthole. But the second time he came on and he acted like a person, I've loved Paul since.
Yeah. He's great. I won't. Yeah. It really is a bad day, bad match.
Bad match. Just the wrong questions. And it's very unfortunate. I'm glad he had a solid earlier in the year because he was playing so good earlier on in the year. And he still has that free-for-all win that he can just go, whenever he wants. And I feel like his year's not over. And Yeah. So I mean, he's playing in singles still. So
That free-for-all win, I have a feeling will come up again at some point this year.
I think he should have used it already. I feel like he should have used it at Collision. I think that right after that teams match, him and Lon should have walked up. I really do. Or right after the singles, be like, hey, by the way, we know Dan's here. Let's do it. Like before Irwin gets a play. I feel like he should have done it at them, but maybe he wasn't there. Maybe but wouldn't it have been so great if Shazam and Corruption just played and that really big win. It was very emotional. And then Lon and Paul just walk up like, come back here. Like, I would have been like, oh, like, I would have lost my mind.
That would have been fun. That would have been fun.
Mm-hmm. And imagine how fried you would have been after that, like how fried Shazam would have been. That would have been the best time to ambush them. So that's what I wanted. I was doing this. Yeah.
I think maybe because he's in Hawaii, he wasn't in town.
Yeah.
Maybe that had something to do with it.
Well, just hang out and like Paul's a small guy. Just like get inside Ethan Irwin's luggage when he's flying back and forth. Because Irwin was looking away for a while. I feel like that guy's everywhere.
Yeah.
You want to get into Griffin Newman Vs VideoDrew?
Let's do this.
Who did you have going? All right. Exactly how it went. I thought it's Griffey's to win, but I wanted VideoDrew to win. So Heart wanted VideoDrew because my heart always wants VideoDrew. By the way, VideoDrew, if you're watching, if you're into married guys, let me know. I'm kidding. My wife doesn't watch this. She gets enough of me in real life. But no, I always want VideoDrew to win because her character work is. I never thought her character work can get better, and it did. Like with Tom, I was like, wow, she's so great at character work. But now she's more than just a flat, like weird, goofy Addams Family type character. Now she's doing different stuff, and there was this really amazing moment during her rough round 2 where she dropped her character and she showed vulnerability, and it made me love her so much more because she dropped like, wow, once you kind of mess up, it's really hard to recover. And it's like, whoa, did you just drop your character there? And she's taking it serious, and I want VideoDrew to win. I do. So Heart wanted VideoDrew, but I knew Griffin Newman is nuts. So
I'll be honest with you. I had VideoDrew. I thought she's been on really. I thought she was going to take it. I thought with the year she was having, with the momentum, I thought this was her match to lose.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to judge Griffey off of the couple matches he had, but he really does look like the rookie other than Horowitz that's making that rookie run, that real rookie run.
Right.
So that's why it was hard to bet against him, but man, did I want VideoDrew to win this. And maybe she did. We didn't get to it yet. I'm not going to give it away. Jeez.
Oh, yeah, who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Who knows who's going to win? Let's get to it.
Anybody.
We ask these guys if they want to come on the show, and they don't, and they just blow up the chat.
I know. I know. What do you say to that?
That's the Daniel. I think it's the Daniel, right? That's Dan. Like that's our Daniel.
So. Yeah,
sure it's our Daniel. Sounds like I'm reading it in his voice. He should be on right now. He's probably at work or something.
Yeah.
We would love to have you on, Daniel. Just jump on. Okay. Yeah. So. Oh, he's all right. All right. Sorry, I'll back off. All right. So. One got a perfect, one got a dewberry. So as far as I noticed, I kind of ran through number 1 and wrote them down really quick. Round 1 wrote them down really quick because I watched it once, and then when I found out we were going to do this today, I went through them and I was literally like pushing on my YouTube like the skipping 10 seconds, and every time the score changed, I wrote something down. So it was like 1, 2, 3. They're both 3. They're both 4. Oh, one's 5, one's 4, and then I'm like, ooh, this guy missed, and then I would go back. But
they both got the perfect round.
yes, but VideoDrew got the dewberry.
Yes.
Yes.
And I forgot what the question was.
I don't remember either. I didn't write it down. I just know that ending round 1, it was 9-8, and then believe VideoDrew spun first. Yes, she did. And this was you should be sorry, Daniel, watching this. I'm kidding. I'm glad you're watching. It's like the second best thing. I wish you were on the show, and I also wish Ryan was, but you guys can't be, and I get that. So I'm glad you guys are watching and participating because, you know, I don't know, me and Ben get sick of each other or something. I don't know. No, I'm kidding. I love you, Ben. I'm just trying to get a little bit of like promo work for tomorrow. Maybe I should start playing against each other.
Yeah, maybe.
Is that where you're asking me about my inner geekdom knowledge? You're trying to figure out how good I'm going to do tomorrow? All right. Yeah. I see you. See you.
Yeah.
I'm going down. All right. All right. I just want to keep plugging my show. Alien game tomorrow. Let's talk about Star Wars. All right. Anyways, she got Stephen King. This was a hard round 2.
These were deepest of the cuts of questions.
Okay. I knew, all right, one of these was definitely an easy one, and that was the Clancy Brown. I think who plays Byron Hadley in Shawshank, because I consider Shawshank a perfect 10, a 10 out of the 10 movie. Yeah. I think it's, and I give that to less than 5 movies I call 10 out of 10s, and that is one. And I think Clancy Brown is so iconic as Byron Hadley. Like, in my mind, he's always going to be Krusty Krabs, Byron Hadley, like those two people put into one, like because he's awesome.
Really?
Yeah. He's Mr. Krabs. Yeah. You didn't know that?
No, I knew that. I didn't know if I would put that as an iconic role for him.
Oh, that's super iconic. You must have not smoked weed when you were watching.
When he's Lex Luthor in Superman the Animated Series, how did that not go?
Superman the Animated Series is going right over. I was too busy hanging out on Nickelodeon and watching SpongeBob when that was going on. Yes, A Good Marriage. And what is that? It was a Good Marriage. I didn't even know that was a Stephen King anything, let alone a movie adaptation of it.
That title doesn't even sound like a Stephen King title.
But that was also hard. It was like, what 2000s Stephen King? And I was like, I know Tall Grass, and I was like, there's another recent one. Like, I only knew Tall Grass, and then of course the new It movies, and then I was thinking Outsider, but that's it's that. But Outsider was HBO miniseries, so I was like, I have no clue. I've never even heard of A Good Marriage, and I can't even remember. I didn't write down what the other questions were, but I know that they were freaking brutal. Like, whatever happened to freaking who did Bill Hader play in It? Done. Like what are my easy ones, man? Or my just normal hard ones?
Correct me if I'm wrong. Stephen King is a newer category, right?
I think it was either this year or last year, but it definitely isn't pulled as much as it has been.
So it should have been, I don't want to say surface level, but it should have been.
Dude, is anything, this is PJ's world now, man.
Yeah.
Like, there isn't a lot of surface level to begin with. He doesn't work his way down anymore. He throws in like 1 or 2 easies and then just goes hard. That's
Good
it.
on him. He continued on his tours.
But he ruined my ladies round 2, and because of that, PJ, you're just gonna. That's it, man. I'm gonna have to take you down. Because if she did good on round 2, she would have took this match. She would have. She went in the round 2 really good. If she would have had, this was a bad round 2. If she would have had a normal or good round 2, I think she definitely would have taken this.
Well, remind me, I forget and I forgot to write it down. What was Griffin Newman's round 2?
2000s is what he got. And he got 2 points, 2 points, multiple choice, 2 points. And that was it. And then he didn't get her miss. So he didn't get that steal. Okay. So he did good. But also she had a 3-point lead. If she had 3 points to lose going into round 2. Like I said, if she would have done either medium or good, she would have either went in equal to him or 1 to 3 points higher. And then she got all 3 of her questions, all 3 of his. He got all 3 of his. All she needed was either sudden death or a 1-point lead, and she would have taken this. And that all comes down to that Stephen King brutal category. So as much as I agree with you, I like that they're hard now. It ruined it. I wanted VideoDrew to win.
Me too, man. Me too. I guess I don't want, yeah. Yeah, I ruined it.
I know. All right. Should we? It's gonna make me sad talking about this round 3. You still wanna do it? Or
yeah, we might as well.
All right. Now talk about easy match. They're easy questions. What Oscar winner is about a CIA operative pretending to make a movie to free people from Iraq, or Afghanistan, whatever it is? That's one of the easiest 2-pointers. That's such an Argo, thanks. Yeah. That's an easy 2-pointer. Well, so was his. He got that Guy Ritchie one of the who directed Lock, Stock? Yeah, who directed Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah. Guy Ritchie.
Yeah. I consider those pretty equal playing field.
Yeah, I guess. I need to stop thinking 2-pointers are supposed to be hard. Because they just are not that much. And then Black Cinema, I didn't write down what the question was, but it was for her 3-pointer, and it was Whitney Houston. And then for his 3-pointer, it was senior spelled Birgo, and it was like these 3 actors Mark has never heard of was in what Steven Spielberg movie, and it was Close Encounters of the Third Kind, and Kaiser had to make himself known and challenged it. As soon as I went click back 10 seconds, Griffin Newman did the. And I was like, okay. I'm like, okay, he won. He's fine.
He's in it quickly. I went back to.
Yeah.
I mean, that was more to maybe
absolutely. Yeah, that was absolutely a waste of a challenge. That was Kaiser seeing his end of the rope and saw that he still had a challenge. That's all it was. It was what a lot of those guys do is yell out and do anything. Griffin Newman's hands were down. Say anything just to either throw him up, ice the kicker. You watch enough football to know what I'm saying there, Ben?
Yeah,
ice the kicker. Yeah. That's what he was trying to do.
I wouldn't say it was a waste of a challenge because at that point it's clear there was no sudden death. And you have a challenge, he might as well use it. Who knows?
Well, yeah, why is it a waste? It's not like he's not gonna what's he wasting? He's not losing anything. Yeah, there's really no waste of a challenge unless you do it early on in the match and then you really needed it earlier. That's the only time it's wasted.
There was a challenge from that Kevin Smith match.
Yeah, that was a waste of a challenge. Because he actually wanted it later on. Because he used it early on, yeah.
That was a waste of a challenge.
Yeah,
I know it was a waste of a challenge.
Absolutely. All right, so she got the 5-pointer, 1980s, running scared. No clue. At this moment, my hands were doing this, and I was going, yeah, VideoDrew, yes, yes. I was so, she's going to do this. He's going to miss this 5-pointer. Watch him. And then I knew it. He was like, what 1999 movie starred Kevin Bacon? And it was he's hearing visions and seeing ghosts. And I was like, oh, it's Stir of Echoes. And then he didn't even waste time. Something I like about Griffey is he doesn't pull the Bateman thing. Like he just answers.
Yeah.
And I understand why Bateman does it, because it doesn't give away what you know or what you don't know. Whatever, man. You know how much 15 seconds every single question adds on to these matches? It ages me, dude. Just answer them. It adds up. I'm getting gray beard.
It gives you trauma. It gives you trauma.
Yeah, and no, I don't care. I want to, but also it gets me excited when Griffey goes, "It's this," like that's, and I'm like, yeah, Griffey, kill it, because Irwin used to do that too. Remember when he would go through his round twos in 5 seconds, when it would just go, all right, blah blah blah, and he's like this, no, this. It's like, whoa, like, and next thing you know, it's round two's done, and they're like, all right, back to this opponent who's about to lose. But yeah, I know it's all subjective, and like I did watch Stir of Echoes, and I know a lot of people didn't, but just the Kevin Bacon is the lead, and it's the plot. What's the name of the movie? That seems a little easy. Just that format for a 5-pointer.
To be honest, I wouldn't have gotten it wrong. I thought it was Hollow Man.
Oh, okay.
I would have gotten it wrong.
I knew it wasn't Hollow Man. Hollow Man was a Invisible Man remake that they called Hollow Man. But yeah, so it's not about him hearing voices. But yeah, no, it was the same era though. It was 1999 or 98. It was around then, and it was Kevin Bacon. It was the Baconator, and yeah, so I could see how you get it, but I like Stir of Echoes, and there's like a really rough scene in it, and it was actually like, I remember the ending actually kind of, I didn't see it coming. Granted, I was 10, so when it came out, so I really didn't see it coming, and probably a little too young to watch. There's a pretty messed up scene in it. It's probably a little too young for it. I'm not going to say it here, but yeah, it's actually a really good psychological thriller. But yeah, so Griffey won that one, and my future second wife and my second ex-wife lost.
Does that mean is she done for the year?
I think she's done for the year unless she's in the teams, which I don't see happening, because they're gonna put in lightning time, or I mean danger zone. They're gonna put in danger zone. Yeah, I mean, I would love to see a Barbarian Drew video Barbarian. Like, that would be.
Barbarian's
no, not Barbarian. Sorry, I always think he's in the dungeon. Who would be the fourth person for dungeon?
Mama? No.
I don't got my phone on me.
Wit? Maybe Wit?
I feel like that's a pretty middle of the road. She needs a heavy hitter with her heavy hitting, and I feel like they have a lot of the same strengths too. Who are they putting into the singles? Dan, Bateman, Video, and I was gonna grab my phone to read off that list anyways. I'm gonna grab it now.
Okay.
So give me 1 sec.
Yep.
All right. This is some good TV right now.
Oh yeah. Fun.
I'm having fun.
Yeah, me too. This is fun. This is great.
Cool. I did screenshot it. All right. Dungeon is in the singles tournament with Del Rio. There you go.
That would have been interesting.
I think that would be good. I think VideoDrew Del Rio would be pretty good, actually.
Yeah, that would be very interesting.
Yeah, because I think there's not a lot of overlap there. Both of them can do some pretty deep. Well, I heard Del Rio doesn't want to do a lot of character work just because he's an actor and he wants to leave his work at home, which I get.
Yeah,
which I get. Fair. But if you're a natural performer, you're still going to perform. Doesn't mean that you have to do character work, like hardcore character work.
He can probably pull like an Ethan or like a Zipper.
Yeah.
They do characters, but they're more themselves than characters.
I would love to see him as a Tom 3 though, just go like full, like they say that they like, oh, we cut out all his personality except for his movie trivia knowledge, and he comes in like a Scar, like they like lobotomized him, and then he just like Tom 3. I think that'd be hilarious. I don't think they're gonna do it.
Every person VideoDrew is fucking with should be called Tom.
Yeah, well, she called Rick Hong Tom. None of those.
Yeah.
I like that guy who's only in that one match, but he didn't go for it. He tried to Tom. Like, that's some bold stuff. Good on you, Rick Hong.
I miss Tom. I miss
Tom so much. I miss Tom so much. All right. Do we want to go into the Bateman Perri, or should we take a break to talk about everybody's singles tournament entries, since we don't have a bracket, but we have the singles tournament entries?
Well, what do you want to do?
Since I already grabbed my phone, I think we should do this, and then we'll end with the Friday match. I feel like that's more climactic. It's about pacing, Ben. It's about pacing.
Pacing. Let's do it.
All right. So I'm reading this off of Harloff's post in the Facebook. So they don't have the singles bracket yet, but he did write who's going to be submitted for every single faction. And this came out August 9th at 5 o'clock. So I got all that written. Was it great about just screenshotting? All right. No, it's notes. I took more notes. I'm kidding.
Nice.
Okay, so for corruption, we got Collins, Chance, Blunden, and White. And then it would be Chance or Collins. If neither of them are in it, then if they're in the single or the if they're in that title match that they're both kind of like halfway playing towards, then it will be Mike taking over for one of them, which sounds good. I like Mike in the Eni singles tournament. Plus, Perry's already not in it anymore, so spoilers. But so she's not going to beat him, so we're good. That's his Achilles heel, I guess, is Perri.
I love that match from last year. It was literally like good versus evil, and I was all here for it.
Yeah. Here, I'm gonna go through them, and then so just try to remember, and then tell me who you think has the strongest, and we can go ahead and incorporate what we already know about who lost and who hasn't. But all right, so we got Collins, Chance, Blunden, and White, possibly Kalinowski, and then for Swag we got Oyama, Lon Harris, Jen Kemp, and Zipper. And for Exchange, we have Lieberman, King Khan, Barbarian, my best friend, by the way, who's on my Star Wars show. We're friends now. I call him Craig. He calls me Mark. We're friends. All right, Ben? Okay. I don't think he likes me. And Newman. So we got I really don't think he likes me. We got Lieberman, Khan, Barbarian, and Newman for Exchange. Stars, we got Brittany Young, Janine the Machine, Jacoby Bancroft, and is it Nick Harley? Is his first name Nick?
I don't think so. I'm not.
We'll just call him Harley. We'll call him Harley Davidson, and we'll just move on. All right. For the suspects, we got Mcqueeny for Betty, Miller, and Hauser. And if Hauser's schedule doesn't work out, Doug Benson. And that's with the usual suspects. None of them are Verbal Kint or any of the other characters from the actual movie, Usual Suspects. I just want to say, a little disappointed.
So let me get this straight. There's no Kaiser Soze?
No Kaiser Soze. I already said Verbal Kint. Spoilers. Same person. Yeah. Or Kevin Pollak playing a grizzled badass. Love it. Like, he never gets to play badass, and in that movie, he's like complete badass. Yeah. Kevin Pollak. Okay, what? Walter Matthau's son and Grumpy Old Man plays a badass in that movie. All right,
No figure.
He's so good at that, actually. And then with the Mercs, we got Bibbs, the Kid, Perri, and Horowitz. And then for the Den, we got Sloth, Gubbins, Jada Paramo, and Duralde. Who do you think's got the best?
I'll be honest, I think it's a tie between them
You mean Mercs?
and the Mercs and the Suspects. You know what?
I agree with one of those.
Not the Suspects.
You're gonna make Daniel happy.
Dungeon.
Yeah. Oh, Dungeon.
Yeah.
Okay. Merle Bateman videos through Del Rio.
Can't go against Bateman and Dan.
Well, here's the thing. I think corruption in Mercs. It's funny that we're both saying Mercs because we both know that Perri isn't on, so we already know one of them lost. But Bibbs, Kid, Harwitz, holy crap.
Yeah,
but corruption, Collins, Chance, Blunden, or White. Like, we know Blunden's already out too. But still, James White is no slouch, but Chance and Collins, like, Chance is playing really good this year.
Don't forget, Mike still might be a part of it.
You're right. You're right. If it was Mike instead of either of those, I wouldn't put it. You're right. You're right.
And that's why I can't agree with you.
And then Dungeon's pretty close because, like, Collins and Merle are, you know, the same person except one has more hair. And then Bateman, Chance, they're kind of I put them close to the same level. They're both students of the game. Bateman might be a little better, but I think Chance has a chance at beating him any day.
I would say, personally, I would put Chance slightly over Bateman.
Yeah. I'd say they're either equal, but again, I think at any day, they and then Blunden and VideoDrew are both out, so we could take them out. I think Del Rio's better than James White.
Yeah.
I got nothing against White. I think White has never played to the caliber that I think he can. I think that he could have gone on a run at any chance. He just always walks into a buzzsaw. Like, he's played really hard guys. He played like Bibbs last year. Like, you know, he plays some hard guys. But all right, well then I'll agree with you. Because of the possibility of Kalinowski being switched out, I'll say Dungeon Mercs.
And let me just go on record. I think Mike is a great player. He's great at IT. He's great at teams. Singles, it all depends on round two. It depends on round one and round two for him.
He's good, but we're currently comparing him against Merle or Bateman. That's who he's gotta. Because if you put Chance and Bateman over here and Merle and Collins over here, Mike replacing either of those guys, you know, like, Mike's good. Mike is. And I like, if we put up a tier list of like S-A, I put Mike somewhere in the A to a B, but everyone else we just said was S. So...
You know what? That would be a fun tier list to do one day.
I always want to. I've been saying I want to do a tier list. I would love to do a singles. I would have loved to do a singles tournament tier list if we actually got like the tournament bracket. But yeah, I love you. I think you know already that I love tier lists. I do them all the time. I do them all the time. My Star Wars show. We're doing droids coming up. By the way.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, next week we're doing a droid tier list. So, yeah. So I don't know who we're gonna have on it, but I'll let you know if we want you. But if you beat me tomorrow, then no, you're not.
Yeah, when I meet you,
well, that was our show, guys. Turns out Bateman and Perri didn't play yet. All right. I'm ready. No, I'm excited now. I'm excited for this. Yeah. All right. Let's move on to the main event then. And Bateman versus Perri. Do I need to ask who you have going in? I mean,
I had Perri.
Really? You thought Perri could upset?
I really hoping Perri could upset.
I think you're being a contrarian right now. I think you're just saying. I think you're being a contrarian. You're just saying Perri because everyone else is going to say Bateman. You're just trying to be cool and different.
No, because I remember last year, everyone thought Mike was going to win. And
You're right.
he won.
Oh, wait. Leo brings up a point that we jumped right over. No Goddard or Preston.
Yeah.
Yeah. That means they're both out of the season unless they're both in the teams. Like, unless they're in on teams.
Oh, they teamed up together?
Yeah, they were.
Remember that correctly?
Yeah, they were. And I think that's I'm pretty sure that's Kate's best team is that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they might still be in teams, but still it's a really sad that we wanted both of them to have better years than last year. Well, Goddard had a decent year last year, but we wanted Preston to get out of that slump, and it just doesn't look like he did, and it stinks. Oh, Riley Giralde are in the team's tourney.
Ooh.
That's a good team, but that means that, yeah, you're right. Goddard and Preston end their season on a freaking whimper. That sucks, man. I love Preston so much.
Let me ask you, if you were caught, I would love to know whose decision it was not to put Goddard
It's
in the
probably
tournament.
a lot of different things, scheduling and
Yeah. I wonder if they could play it up in the snowy board. I'm just wondering if he'll stay on the next season, or if this was like the last straw.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, also they could have just been like burnt out. Maybe they're both like, I don't want to do it anymore, guy. Like, I need to, but I don't know. It's hard to say either way. I like Goddard and I like Paul Preston a lot, but also we barely have seen Giralde this year, like at all. And Riley,
right, yeah.
I mean, look what Who's the Boss did. You know, like he's made a team's tournament run before. So, like, you know, back in the day, yeah.
True, if you count team champs.
That wasn't a run. They won one match and lost another. They went 1-1. Don't quiz me on season 2 of the Schmoedown. I was a Schmoes No Movie Show or Schmoes No Movie Show watcher. Don't mess with me, Ben.
Okay.
I was in the chat getting blocked by Christian. I was there. It was rough times. That dude didn't have a sense of humor. Still doesn't when it comes to chat. He can't read sarcasm. See, he's probably blocking me now.
Sarcasm on the internet is very
hard.
You
got a point. And you're right. In all caps, yelling obscenities, probably no one gets it. Sarcasm. Why does Taco keep yelling the C word? Sarcasm. You don't get it. All right. Anyways. Oh man, I really did go off
about this match.
Yeah, let's talk about the Schmoedown. All right. Bateman Perri. I had Bateman going in. This is the same thing. Because I never go against my head. I have to tell. Just because I want something doesn't mean that I ignore the facts. I know somebody has a higher accuracy, or I just know the level of play they're capable of. Just because I want Perri to beat Bateman. I want Bateman to lose all the time. But that doesn't, because I'm not a big Bateman fan. I like him as a person, but not so much in the Schmoedown. And his character works for me, is what I'm saying. He wants me to hate him, and guess what? Here I am. But that doesn't mean that I go against, I know how good of a player he is. So even when I want him to lose, I still say in my head saying Bateman, heart saying Perri. And also, how cool and good feeling was it to see Perri play at this level? Like, it made me like I was cheering. I was downright cheering for her today.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Was this your first live event? I know it's not. You know what? Never mind.
Was who at it?
Hmm?
Who was who at the first live event?
I said her first thing.
Was it her first?
Studio.
I think it was her first. Maybe back in the day, but because I know she played like back in the day part of a team's Yeah, but I don't know. It's hard to remember. Who remembers things on
Right.
Friday? But I think that this is definitely the first time in a setting like this. It was her first time. I'm sure Leah Logan's going to tell us.
Yeah.
But all right, so got in the round one. First one missed was question 3 was which Tim Burton movie had a bunch of random people in it, and one of the random people was Jack Black, and I was like, huh? And I was thinking, like, he's not in any of the movies I'm thinking of. I love Mars Attacks, and I got so mad that I didn't remember that because
I forgot about that movie.
I think Mars Attacks is extremely underrated, and it's goofy and it's ridiculous. It's like what Tim Burton has Jack Nicholson and Martin Short and Jack Black. I'm like,
You know
none.
what?
Yeah, I knew it. I should have known it.
You got Mars Attacks is at least Tim Burton movie Tim Burton has ever made.
Well, it's a goofy.
None of his tropes in it.
Well, it's none of his It's none of his crew. Like,
Right.
like there's no Johnny Depp and there's no Helena Bonham Carter, and that's kind of it. All right, here we go. Oh, wow. All right. I didn't know she missed more than one Tim Burton in round 1. See, that's what we keep Logan around here for.
Yeah.
Or Leo around here for. Do you go by Logan or Leo? You probably go by your first name unless you're in the military. Yeah, no crap. I thought that too. So both of them missed. And their question 6, which the answer was cop out. And I was like, guys, you guys have like been on a personal level with Kevin Smith now. Like, you talk to the guy. You gotta learn his stuff.
How many times has this movie been in the SNIC? I feel like this comes up every season.
Well, didn't freaking Kevin Smith have a cop out Bruce Willis question? Or no, I think he just had a Bruce Willis one. But
Yeah.
I know that like his nemesis has popped up against him because of this movie. Hearing the like all the times that he's talked about how Bruce Willis was on set during this movie, it's some funny stuff. That's a guy was something. I almost said something else, but all right. Perri goes, so it's 7-6 going in round 3. She respins. I didn't write down round 2. Sorry, Ben. Round 2. She respins. I didn't write down what she spun away.
I think it was next mag.
Oh, okay. All right. Good move for her. Gets new releases. I got excited for her, but also the look on Perri's face. I was vibing like Perri this whole match. Like all of her energy, how excited, how into the game she was, how serious she was taking it. Like, it was infectious. I started off thinking, oh, it'd be cool to see Perri win. By the end of this match, I was literally cheering. I was going, yeah, like I was like watching a football game. And it's just, my like 1-year-old daughter's looking up like, just a bunch of guys in a bar talking about movies. Why are you freaking out? Shut up. And then I kicked her. I'm kidding. Never kicked my daughter. All right, yeah, so she went 2 points, went down the multiple choice, and then missed, and then he got a 1-point steal. So not a horrible showing, but definitely not a great round 2 showing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I echo everything you said. It was great to see her there. It was the second perfect category for her. It was racing Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
We know that she can rock the J Park.
Yeah, oh my God, that match she played against Cody Hall.
Cody Hall, oh my God. And two of my favorite people, too, because I love Cody Hall. I wish that he made a run, brought him back.
Cody Hall hasn't come back to SmackDown.
Yes, dude, I miss him. Were you watching schmoedown movie show when he would do the breaks? Because like Hofstra did breaks for a while, but Cody Hall, when he was just the intern, did the breaks. But he did him as Dobby for a while. Like he did a really good Dobby impression. And then the crowd turned on him. The chat turned on him. So he turned on the chat, and he just doing, but he did break characters. So he was doing a Dobby impression, like, "Ow, fuck you guys!" like it was so good. I just remember, like, oh my god, it was so funny.
I think my favorite corny moment happened during Collider Live, and then always cut back to him in the booth with everybody.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's some good stuff. I missed the booth cam. That was good.
Me too.
Yeah, that was a good crew. I'm gonna miss all those guys. That was where Ace, originated from, and Cobster, and originally JT, and it was JTI, which just sounds like a urinary tract infection or something. JTI. It always makes me think of an infection. I got a JTI. I got an Ecuador.
Yeah, I went to Ecuador, yeah.
Yeah.
That fits. That fits.
You get it because JT is Ecuadorian. Do you get it?
Yeah.
All right, cool. That checks. Leo, you got that? All right, cool. He's just here to hear us talk about it. He doesn't want to hear my dumb jokes. All right. Okay, so Ben then pulls opponent's choice. What do you feel about her choice here?
I don't know. What do you think?
I think it was a very smart move because she could have gone Jurassic Park because it's her strength. But who's saying that Ben Bateman's not decent at Jurassic Park? Well, he's decent at a lot of things, and it's not worth giving somebody else your strength unless you get steals. That's all you want. And if he doesn't miss, if he just round ones, then you're not getting anything out of it. I think mixed bag is the best possibility of making him miss, but you're most likely not going to get steals.
I mean, if it was anybody else other than Bateman, oh man, I would have given him movie release date.
Movie release dates.
Yeah. But because it was Bateman, mixed bag. He wasn't going to get the points, but he wasn't taking on, neither was he.
But he had to navigate though. And okay, this is another. Is it just me? I can't believe he had to go to multiple choice on the what movie were they watching in Scream when Randy Meeks tells everybody the rules of surviving a horror movie. And maybe I'm a huge horror fan, so maybe that's just iconic as F to me. But I feel like Bateman, you really had to go to multiple choice to know what movie they were watching in that scene? I don't know.
Well,
is that a harder question than I'm giving you credit for?
Well, no. I think it's an easy question if you know the movie. Maybe he didn't know the movie.
But it's Scream. Like it's an iconic '90s slasher. Revitalized the freaking slasher genre in the '90s, and also that scene. This rules to survive a horror movie. Like it's the only time Jamie Kennedy's good ever, and like ever. I hate that man. Good. I knew we clicked on something. It was Jamie Kennedy hate. Yeah. But also there's that super meta moment when he's watching Jamie Lee Curtis in Halloween and he's super drunk and Ghostface comes up behind him, and at the same time Michael Myers is behind Jamie Lee Curtis and he goes, "The killer's behind you, Jamie. Behind you, Jamie." And his name's Jamie. So it's like this uber meta moment. And that's why I always know he's watching Halloween. Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, maybe my only get he went out to multiple choice.
He did get it still. He still got it for 1 point. Yeah.
Maybe he was afraid if he didn't get it because he wouldn't have gotten it.
And he did have a lead on her. So, and I know that he plays conservative when he can. Him and Dan holy crap, did him and Dan prove that they play conservative in round 2 when they are ahead. Oh, they gave up a 5-point lead. Oh my God, I'll never forget that match. But anyways, when they're like, oh, we have a 5-point lead going in round 2. Who needs 2-pointers? Still do it. All right, anyways, I don't want to get into that. I play liberal. I'm fast and loose. If I think I know it, I'm going to get that too. But anyways, yeah, I'm giving him crap, and he still got it. So I'll back off. He did good. He went 2 point, 1 point, 1 point, 2 point for round 2. He did decent in multiple for mixed bag, and also he got the 1 point still. So it was 14-11 going into he only had a 1 point lead going into round 2. I'm sorry. He had the 3-point lead going into round 3. Yeah. All right. So you have anything you want to say more about round 2, or did we beat that dead horse?
We killed that dead horse and we put that head in somebody's bed.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
probably some Hollywood producer.
Up with a dead horse head.
Yeah. We're going full consigliere on it. All right. Okay. Consigliere. I never know how to pronounce that. Okay.
Yeah,
anyways.
That sounds right. That sounds right.
Robert Duvall's character. Okay.
Yeah.
So round 3, she had Pixar. It was they named a couple of Toy Story 4 characters. It was Toy Story 4. Yeah, so maybe you're right. Maybe just a lot of easy second point. Maybe I don't know why I'm thinking that 2 points are hard in round 3, because even Bateman's was like I can't pull her name right now, but the actress who's only ever played an Exorcist is what 1970s iconic horror movie with her playing it. It's like, oh, The Exorcist. Like I knew that. Like, oh, come on. So yeah, I think I think every single round 3 2-pointer today or this week was easy, honestly. But
okay.
That's good. Yeah, that's okay. It's if one is insane when the other ones are easy. That's the only time to complain. But if they're all, I don't care if they're up here or down here, as long as they're equal.
Exactly.
Yeah. They can be equal hard or equal easy. All right. So musicals was her 3-point, and she said Muppet Treasure Island, and we got a wit challenge. Said that's not the movie, or no, well, Bateman called it. I don't know. I guess I don't know enough about Muppets, so I didn't know if that was bad or they gave it to her. Good.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't have I don't know why horses keep coming up here, but I don't have a horse in this.
My horse is actually named Musicals Muppet Treasure Island is the name of my horse. Got Musical Muppet Treasure Island coming up on the left. So my horse was in the race, and it won.
Nice.
Okay. Now I get to complain about Bateman. All right? Okay. Who played the female love interest / female lead in frickin' Will Smith in Wild Wild West?
Is that Salma Hayek?
Yes, it's Salma Hayek. That's an easy question. You missed it. Like this is how much I thought. This is how easy I thought that question was. I wrote down 3, Will Smith, and then I wrote, oh, he's gonna get it. So I just wrote Salma Hayek, and I had to write missed over it because I didn't think he was gonna. I thought that was easy. Like, but okay, I know they're all suggestive, but I literally wrote wow. Next to wow, he missed the Will Smith, Salma Hayek. I think that movie just came out at the right time for, growing Mark to never forget how amazingly beautiful Salma Hayek is in that movie. So it's never going to lose my head.
To be honest, I have a soft spot for that movie. I'm not saying it's a good movie or anything.
It's dumb fun, though.
Yeah.
And Will Smith's really good and charming in it. And there's that Will Smith song. You did a Will Smith song. And there's a giant spider. What else do you want?
There's Kenneth Branagh. There's Kevin Kline.
Yeah, evil Kenneth Branagh. Yeah, half Kenneth Branagh. like cut in half.
There's a human head.
Yeah, come on. And there's that great line where they're fighting inside the giant octopus, giant spider, and he goes, "Oh, maybe what you need is just 2 pair of legs." And then Kenneth Branagh's like wheelchair turns into giant, like, and he's like, 2 of a kind always beats a pair. And then starts the guy with no legs is stomping Will Smith to death inside of a giant spider. What else do you want? That's good stuff.
And you think he's not the Matrix to be in this movie?
yeah, it's awesome.
Who needs a Matrix when you fight a giant spider?
Yeah, who needs it? Also, you ever hear it was in frickin' John Schnepp's Superman Returns What Happened, or Superman Lives What Happened? Yeah, Death of Superman Lives What Happened. Where Kevin Smith did a treatment for that movie, and the producer said, "I don't care what you do as long as he fights a giant spider." And that guy later produced Wild West. So they're just this random movie producer who's like, "Gotta get me a giant spider." That's all he wanted. And he got it. In a cowboy movie, he got his giant spider. You just think about how insufferable that guy was at like the water cooler for like 3 years leading up to that. "Oh, you're doing this movie, huh? You should have had his giant spider." Shut up, we know. Did he tell you to add a giant spider again? Yeah, he told me. That guy just won't shut up about it. All right. Anyway, that was my 5 minutes of stand-up. That was my type 5 for the Comedy Store. Thank you, guys. All right, and the biopics of was her 5-pointer, and I didn't know it from the. I've seen that Dallas Buyers Club, but the way it was worded, he said like Steve Zahn played somebody. I didn't even remember Steve Zahn being in that. It was the way that was worded was insanely hard, and she got it, and that was when I jumped up and yes, I got super pumped. But
that was awesome,
dude, if you can nail a 5-pointer like that, you belong in this league. Like,
absolutely.
You're a good player. Oh man. Sorry, we missed Aaliyah Logan. Yeah, I bet. And I'm kicking him for it. If I went and saw like a live thing, I'd walk up to him and be like, "Didn't know Selma Hayek?" Like I would piss him off. I know. Hey, let me buy you a drink and we'll talk about Magic at the Gathering after this. But you really didn't know Selma Hayek, man? Wow.
It's Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's a giant spider movie. What are you doing? And then I would do the whole bit I just did. You know, there was a movie producer. Like I would jump into the whole thing. Okay. And then who played the guy who has the affair with the secretary in Jungle Fever? That was his 90s. And that was a 5-pointer. I think that's a normal hard one. I'm a big fan of Spike Lee. I almost call him Spike Jonze. It's a different character. That's a guy from producer Jackass and made Moon. But I'm a big Spike Lee guy, so I did know that. But I do think not a lot of people know Jungle Fever. So, but
I didn't know it.
Well, Stevie Wonder did like a very like Randy Newman type like song for it, like she got jungle fever, they got jungle fever, and it gets stuck in my head when I think of Jungle Fever. Anyways, sudden death. One question, I didn't even write it down. Bateman got it. Perri missed it. Perri took Bateman and sudden death. That was a hard one. I really wanted freaking Perri to win. It was so close.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I hope she keeps playing though. This is it's the end. Although apparently they said that they already released the teams tournament. I don't know why I forgot, but that would be Shazam can't be in it, so she's probably gonna. Leo, do you know is press room and teams tournament?
Yeah, I think it is. I think they are.
Okay, so we're not done with Perri yet.
No,
Okay,
I don't think so.
And if she plays like she did today, and Horowitz plays like Horowitz, they might. Yeah, press room might do pretty good.
We can see. Maybe we'll
Yes.
get that. Maybe we'll get that press room with Danger Zone. Maybe we'll get a little payback from Perri.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Yeah.
But all in all, really good matches this week. Like round 1 of tourneys, I don't care. They feel like freaking semifinals or finals. Like my heart hurt all 3 of them. There is a alternate universe right now where VideoDrew won and Perri won, and I want to go to that one.
Yeah.
I'd rather live in that universe. That's a better universe. Screw Ben Bateman. That's what I'm saying. Little baby boy Bateman. You got anything else you want to do before we let Leo Logan go to sleep?
I think I said pretty much everything I wanted to say. How about you, man?
I think we did good. We talked an hour and a half with just 2 of us. I'm sure if any of the responsible people of our team were here, they'd be like, "Come on, guys!" But that we would have had a thing in the private chat. That's what I like. It's just me and you. There's nothing in the private chat. We don't care. Do whatever we want.
We're having fun.
Yeah. All right. Well, do we know the schedule for next week? I will in a sec.
I don't know it.
I'm on it. I look it up all the time, so my phone's going to go right to it. All right, August. Are we in August still? All right, so looks like Monday or Wednesday if you're not a Patreon guy, which I am. Moose Haas playing Chance Ellison for round 1 of Intergeekdom. I think that's a swish for Chance, but who knows? Moose might do it. I like his character. I do like Moose a lot. I like his character. For Finn Stock Exchange. And then we got Paulo Yama again trying his hands at the other tournament, singles tournament versus Nick Harley of Stars.
I think Paul has this. I think Paul is match to lose.
I think Paul has it, but also if Nick loses, I think Stars have no chance of making a deep run. I think, or against, no, never mind, Jacoby. Jacoby might have a chance to make a deep run, but I think...
Janine's not in the tournament?
Oh, yeah, never mind, I'm way off, yeah.
No, I forget, is she?
Oh, well, now I'm seeing that Snyder is in it. Because it says Snyder for next week. Yeah, that's weird. So, and the post that he put out had Young, Janine, Bancroft, and Harley. But down here, I have, for next week, Friday match, it says Snyder, Chance. Oh, Snyder, Chance, as it's their match. It's not a singles tournament. Okay, yeah, Janine's in it. This isn't a singles tournament. It's Snyder, Chance as their little mini bracket going on. So that's next week. Okay, so we got where was I? Moose Haas, and then Oyama Harley, and then we got a big Friday. So the normal match is Drew Mcqueeny versus Ty Lieberman, who I also like Ty, but I don't know. McQueenie played really good against Barbarian.
Great.
Yeah, he did great. And this is the other little mini singles bracket all at once. We got Snyder, Chance, Collins, JTE. That's a big.
That's a pay-per-view?
That's pay-per-view for next Friday. That's a big Friday. I can't wait to talk about that next Friday. I'll be here doing that.
I might have to be on here because that seems like a fun one to talk about.
Yeah, that is. All right, so who do you got for Snyder Chance?
Snyder.
Chance?
What?
Chance. I got Chance.
Okay.
No. I also have Chance because I drafted him first in one of my leagues. So I am going with him. Come on, Chance. But he's also playing really good. But Snyder only plays bad when Snyder beats himself. Like,
Right.
Snyder either wins or he gets in his head and messes up. Well,
Right.
I guess sometimes. No, I mean, when he was an odd couple and with odd couple. But singles is a different story. He doesn't have somebody to keep him level-headed.
Yeah, he does. He has Roxy.
Yeah.
Roxy's great at that.
You're right. But I don't know. I think it could go either way, but I love Snyder. Snyder's always been one of my favorite players.
Yeah,
ever since he first joined the league, and So and then we got Collins, JTE. This is another head says one thing, heart says another.
Yeah, my heart says JTE, but my head says Collins.
Yeah, I'm right with you. I would love to say GT beat him and JTE to go and oh my god, JTE Irwin singles. I want so bad.
That would be one hell of an upset.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, and guess what? If we get Snyder beats Chance, JTE beats Collins.
Oh shit!
Yeah, Snyder JTE #1 contender. That's money. That's money right there. That's that storyline. That's you. If Harloff was 100% in control of who would win and lose, that's what he would get. That's what he would make.
Absolutely.
Yeah. They better get drafted by the same or get signed by the same person next year because I really want a Patriots reunion. But that's just me.
I don't know, man. I'd rather see Patriots Civil War.
Well, we've seen that before, and JT won last time.
When did that happen?
Like 3 years ago.
Oh.
Yeah, JT played Snyder and won. I'm almost 100% sure on that.
Okay, I believe you.
We don't have Soda with the second screen to look up,
Yeah.
but all right. Well, that's next week, and I'll be here talking about that pay-per-view. Barring a family tragedy, and I'm sure you'll either be on that show or next Sunday talking about the other 3 matches.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for doing this with me.
Hey, this is fun, man. Anytime you want me, I'm here.
Nice. I think I could have done it alone, but I would have went 2 hours if it was just me. If I had nobody to reel me in, I would have been it would have been just insane. But
you would have been talking to him second Snyder the whole time, right?
Yeah. I probably would have been playing all of the stuff that Soda has hidden around here, like this one. Like I would have gone through all of these and just found the best stuff to play, just with myself. I would try to make a point, and then I would interrupt myself with this.
It doesn't matter what you think.
And then I would get mad at it. The producer is not even there. I'd be like, all right, I'll move on. Like, yeah, that's what I would have been doing if it was alone. It'd been nuts. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Ben, tell these gentlemen who already left everything they need to know about you.
You can find me at Ben_Twitter. You can basically find me every day somewhere on this channel. I'm basically taking over.
Okay, yeah. Apparently, Leo said that this is a schedule update. So a little different. So we'll see which one it's going to be. So the pay-per-view is going to be the same, but it's going to be Saul Hannah and then Liz Del Rio, which Liz Del Rio is oof. So we'll see. But the Mcqueeny Lieberman's the same. So we'll see what actually happens next week. Who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah. All right. Well, and you'll find me tomorrow playing against Ben, Paige for Betty, and freaking Marie Wilson. she's coming back on for her second time playing the Name That Alien game, or is that a Star Wars or not game. And it's my first time playing, my first time not writing the questions. So I'm like half nervous that they write questions that are either way out there or yeah, because I don't really trust Soda and Gold Leader to write questions. So, but I have to. They're my compatriots. But I did a little bit of studying, and that's right. I studied for a dumb game.
I'm going to get killed, but it's going to be fun, and I can't wait.
Well, I came up with it, so I feel like I need to at least be competent at my own game that I came up with the rules for. But all right, I'll be there, and I'll be here as much as I can talking about the Schmoedown on Schmoes of the North, and you'll find me other places randomly, but this is my home. It's where you normally find me, hanging out with awesome people like Ben. And yeah, have a good night, guys.
Night.